friends. My name is Anjali Soni, and this is frankly my first short story, so I hope you enjoy it. Abul Fateh Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, or Akbar as he is better known, is Hindustan's most illustrious ruler to date. Despite inheriting a virtually non-existent throne at 14, he now presides over a vast and varied progressive kingdom. He is the first and only Mughal ruler to allow his subjects to pursue their own faiths. Although Birbal and I were Hindus, he invited us to his court, even embellished us as his Navratans, or 9 gems as he calls us. Although not literate, he's a voracious learner. He speaks many languages, is a fine painter and musician. His library of over 24,000 books is said to have few parallels. Rumi, Firdausi, Khusro lie shoulder to shoulder, encased in silk, bound with lacquer or leather. The library even has a section in the ladies' zanana. Books are even carried to battle. His favorite, Babarnama, his grandfather's memoirs. He can read it anytime, anywhere. His Highness has an army of readers who unravel the contents of books handpicked by him. He's very particular about the quality of voice. Only pleasant, mellifluous ones will do. He has appointed the temperamental Badoni as a reader only because his voice had the sweetness and the ravishing tone of parrot. As the musical gem of his court, I'm sought after in happy and also sometimes in difficult times like drought and famine. My Guru Swami Haridas is not only an unparalleled musician, he's also a practicing yogi, one in touch with the divine and his secrets. Through his knowledge, I had acquired the skill of being able to light up fires through Rag Deepak and also call the rain gods through Rag Megh Malar, as I had done just last summer. All the other 8 Navratans too have extraordinary talents. To name a few, Abu Fazal, his biographer and advisor, is a literary giant and also his closest friend. Fazal's brother, Abul Al-Fiazi, a poet extraordinaire, Raja Man Singh, an insightful military general, and of course the witty and humorous Birbal. One day, Abu Fazal came to me with a very novel situation. Tansen, you know the passion our family has for books. I hope one day my 4-year-old son Fiaz will also continue this tradition. He shared with a smile, albeit laced with concern. The boy who has a voice like a mena. His Highness is most taken in with it. Subhanallah! I am waiting for him to start reading out to me, Tansen, to hear the sweet tinkling sound caress my ears. He expressed his eagerness just the other day. Inshallah, he will bring even more laurels to the name of your exalted family. Not responding to my generosity, Fazal continued. As Fiaz recently turned 4 a month ago, I started reading and writing instruction for him with Arfaz Ali, the erudite scholar. Recently, I was surprised when Arfaz Mia sought a meeting with me. Fazal, Fiaz is a bright boy. He has the sweetest voice I've ever heard. Thank you, Arfaz Mia. His Highness himself is waiting for Fiaz to start reading to him. Oh, it is in that matter I had wanted to appraise you. When we recite the alphabet, he's so enthusiastic and willing. But when I put a book in front of him, he suddenly becomes quiet, even morose. The first time when I took all the children to the library, as soon as we reached its doorway, he started trembling. His eyes became red. He ran away. The next day at recitation, he was his happy self again. The next time I put a book in front of him, he shut his eyes tightly, brought his little legs up against his chest, circling his little arms around his legs. He continued to recite the alphabet, rocking himself to and fro without opening his eyes or hearing me asking him to open the book. This pattern has been continuing ever since. I think he has a fear for books. Although I have never actually seen or experienced it, Rahim Khan, my teacher, had mentioned it in passing. It even has a name, bibliophobia. And so, Tansen, my sweet Fiaz does not want to go anywhere near a book, leave alone read one. What sort of conundrum has Allah put in front of me? I will have no face in front of the emperor. I thought, if you who can summon the rain gods where there is not a drop of water anywhere, might have a way out of Fiaz's bibliophobia. As I was hearing a much disturbed Fazal, I could recall my Guru Swami Haridas Singh. Tansen, loving food, hating riyaz are all mere habits. Habits are but grooves in our brain. They help us to function efficiently. Imagine learning to write afresh every day or learn to write afresh every time. These grooves are formed by our repeated action. Every time we repeat it, the groove gets deeper. The action becomes easier and easier till it becomes a habit, at which point our brain moves in this groove automatically. That is why we do riyaz. Sing again and again in a good way to make this groove deeper and deeper till it becomes a habit. Like this, we have many good habits and bad habits, which are grooves in our brain. We carry these lifetime after lifetime. If we want to change this groove, we need to do the opposite action consciously. With repeated opposite action, the groove fills up, the habit recedes. If you want to get over a short temper, force yourself to stay calm in the face of anger again and again. Now aloud to Fazal I said, is Fiaz fond of something? Like what? Some game he plays? Some food he enjoys? Yes, he loves kulfi, pista kulfi with saffron and faluda. He can eat it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Okay, then tell Arfaz Mia, when he wants to put a book in front of Fiaz next time, he should first put a pista kulfi with saffron and faluda in front of him. When he is halfway through, bring the book out gently for a short period of time. Whilst he's still engaged in eating, then take it away fast. Slowly, he can increase the time the book is in front of him, depending on how Fiaz reacts. But he must always start with the kulfi and ensure Fiaz is deeply enjoying it first. A decade later, Emperor Akbar did indeed savor Fiaz's mellifluous voice many times over through the numerous drafts of the Akbarnama, which his Abu Fazal penned so masterfully, albeit always only after a generous serving of pista kulfi with saffron and faluda. Thank you.